In the last video, night was approaching as Mike and I drove our boats down the Rim Canal. We were looking for a place to anchor for the night. The Rim Canal is constantly dredged, and the land from it is what makes up the Herbert Hoover Dike. We can see Lake Okeechobee on a map here. And even this area over here is considered part of the lake. Along the perimeter, there is a canal. The dike runs right next to that canal and protects the surrounding areas from catastrophic flooding. If we zoom into Clewiston, we can see right over here is where we spent the night, and then the next morning we headed out of here into open water. There's the way into Roland Martin's. This is the way out to the lake. It's open. That's cool. Lock is open. Resume normal, safe operation, so they say. We're perfectly safe going out on a crazy day like this. What do you think?
Yeah.
You can see the confidence in his eyes. The lake is really big. Standing on the shore, you can't see the other side. It takes up about 730 acres and is not something to mess around with. Fortunately, we chose a window where there was no wind and the lake was very navigable and very easy. That could have been very bad though, if we got caught in a blow or something while we were out there. That's why every time we start to move our boats, I think to myself, I hope nothing happens, and it's very uneventful. Proper preparation makes that a possibility. Unfortunately, it doesn't make for great video. But that's how life is. Great stories come from great adversity. That's not exactly something I was looking for, even though I would love to have a great video for you guys. And despite the fact that D'Artagnan was driving, nothing disastrous happened. Just kidding, Ted. It was really nice to be able to sit up front for a little bit, hang out with the dogs, and enjoy the trip across the lake. It took almost 30 miles of travel to get over here to where Port Mayaka is. This was the exit for us to Lake Okeechobee. Well, we made it across the lake. The lock is right there. It looks to be closed. That's Port Mayaka. Right there. Mayaka.
Mayaka locked to 2 eastbound vessels.
Mayaka Lock, this is Kon-Tiki, come back.
Kon-Tiki, this is Port Mayaka Lock. I'm going to presume you want passage.
Yes, sir. I was just trying to see if the gates were closed.
Gates are closed, but I'm opening the upper gate at this time. I'm going to have the lead vessel come in about just past the halfway point, and the second vessel I'm going to tie up about 100 feet in at the bottom of the incline ramp. You guys can tie up on either side.
Roger that, sir. Thank you.
Port side's easier to get to.
I've got fenders on both sides, but you're correct. I'll try to make for the port. The wind will help us over there too. Those gates are opening, you see it?
Yep.
Today we had a stiff wind coming from the right side to the left side. Yes, the wind was picking up the further along the lake we got. You can see the flag up front blowing from right to left. But as soon as we start getting in the canal here, it turns around on us. Life is good.
Alright. Well, put you just past the halfway point, which is that big vertical slot in the wall.
Aye, aye.
Alright.
Note the flag is now going from left to right. Inside these locks can be really treacherous with the winds, something I didn't anticipate.
Windy.
And D'Artagnan's up there without a boat hook, which is something else that probably could have been worse if the place was packed. If I had more experience driving a boat through locks, I probably would have instructed D'Artagnan to have a boat hook in his hand.
Hold on. Yes.
As it was, with the stiff breeze, it was too difficult to get the boat close enough to the wall without potentially damaging the boat, and for him to reach out safely and grab one of the lines. At least I was learning these lessons in empty locks and with friends instead of strangers on board.
Can you reach it? Hold on.
In a crowded lock, this fickle wind could have made for a real sloppy situation. But instead, I started to think of the path of least resistance.
We may be going to the other side.
Yeah.
I kind of see why bow thrusters are so popular. Would have come in handy right there.
Don't fight the current, you know? That wind decided which side for me. Little bit.
Now we just hold on. On the other side of those doors was the St. Lucie River, and a big step in this journey would be left behind us.
That worked out pretty well. Thank you for the help, D'Artagnan. And that is number 1 of 3, I think, in the St. Lucie River. So 2 more and we'll be on the East Coast. It's pretty nice.
That was so smooth and scary.
We did make it across before the rains that are predicted and the wind, which is cool, because now we've got lots of protection. And up ahead, this is the lowest point on this waterway that goes across Florida. I think the height when it's open is about 42 feet, which plays havoc with a lot of sailboaters.
I'm going to leave a link to a video in the description showing how sailboats get underneath this bridge. It's pretty wild, you should check it out.
Obviously that bridge is not a problem for Kon-Tiki. Onward to Indiantown.
Indiantown is about 10 miles from Port Mayaka Lock and is a very welcome resting spot for weary travelers. D'Artagnan and myself on Kon-Tiki and Mike on Good Times plan to spend the night here.
Another yellow rope. We got the blue one.
Stopping ahead of it or behind it?
Right here. I'll let you off and then you tie it to that cleat right there.
If I wasn't so weary, I probably would have had to get off at the back of the boat, which is a lot easier.
Uh-huh.
I got you.
Thankfully though, nobody got hurt and the winds weren't crazy here, and I chalked up yet another lesson on how to be a safer boat captain. It would be all too easy to sweep these things under the rug that make me look inexperienced. However, I'd much rather have other people out there learn from my mistakes if it means somebody that watches my video someday doesn't get hurt. On the bright side of things, we made it across the lake to our next destination. Indiantown, here we are. Having worked out cleaning up my boating skills, now it was time to clean up my clothing skills. See what I did there? Thankfully, Indiantown Marina has great amenities, like washers and dryers. Now the question wasn't, do I have quarters? But more like, do I have enough quarters? I think so. I actually have my comforter in the dryer here. Bayard puked the other day, so this is very nice. I don't think it'll be the last time that Bayard ever pukes in my bed. I don't think the seas were that bad. It was probably something that he ate. But didn't matter. After staying here for one night, my bedding was clean again, along with all my clothes. I got some much needed rest. And a giant step was behind us. The next giant step would come after we got to Stewart, probably a day from now. Then we would turn left and start heading north. Hopefully it wouldn't be too cold up there, because I don't have too many socks on board. We'll get to that though in the next video.